Hey guys, welcome to an insane tutorial. My name is Samson Jonathan Zubika. In this tutorial, I'm just going to show you how to install React on your Windows machine. Okay, so before you even start installing React, you need to download Node.js. And after you download it, you'll be able to use this npm extension. Okay, so on my desktop, I've got folder called CD desktop. I need to go there and CD. I've got this folder called React projects. Okay, and inside the React projects, I've got some projects that I'm working on right now and some testing projects. Okay, so for you to create for you to install React, okay, so you just need to type npm and say install. Okay, I think on Mac or Linux just say I or something like that. On Windows I think you say install, then say G, that's global. Okay, and you say create React app. Okay, and press enter. Now for this I think we just it will install React application on your machine. So this may take a while, so I'm just gonna pause the video. Actually, wow, it's there. Okay, so check if it's really been installed. You just say create a React app and check the version. Okay, so we've installed 2.13 version. Okay, now to create your project, okay, you say create React app, then the name of your project. You can just say my app. Okay, then press enter. Okay, so this will begin installing the React module and the React DOM module and the React script. Okay, so now just a brief explanation of what React is. Okay, so React is a JavaScript library made by Facebook. Okay, and then it works on the concept of components. Okay, so components are not much different of your basic HTML, which has got the body tag, the body. Okay, you got the body, you got the divs inside the body. Okay, so they're not much different to components. Okay, so now just to make a comparison, okay, so you have an HTML here, right? You have an HTML document, and then you've got the React application here. Okay, so inside your HTML document, you've got what's called a body. Okay, the body will house every division, okay, which is called a div. Okay, let me just show you for example. So we have this website here. Okay, so this website, everything that you're seeing here, the UI that's being defined, actually there's another important thing I forgot to mention. React.js is used for front-end development of UI. Okay, so what you're seeing here, the UI here, okay, inside the UI, okay, the body has enclosed everything, and inside the body there's what you call divisions. Okay, so you can choose to divide your website in any way that you want. Okay, so I'm guessing they divided it into the top navigation bar. Then you've got this which shows the installation, the downloads, and the images. Okay, and the icons there. Okay, now going back to it, in an application, in a React application, okay, which uses JavaScript, you've got your app, okay, which is more like the root. Okay, so you get the root components. Okay, and this root component will have some child components inside here. Okay, and these child components can be the navigation. Okay, another component can be something that just displays images. Okay, and inside the same child components you can have other components. Okay, depending on what you want to show on your website or whatever that you want to show on UI. Okay, now so React uh, works on concepts of components. Okay, so what are components? So components mostly uh, what's contained in the components is, first, it's a class, an EMC class. Okay, all right. Then this class obviously to extend components, which is another class of React. Okay, all right. So inside this class, all right, there'll be a state. So inside the state here, you can choose to show what you want to show on the UI, okay, to the user. And for you to show this to the user, there's the render method. Wow. Okay, and the render method just renders a state or simple what's called JSX. Okay, so this is React syntax kind of JSX file. Okay, so what is a JSX file? So JSX is JavaScript that extends XML. Alright, and the cool thing about this syntax is it interacts with what's called the React DOM. Okay, so if you're familiar with JavaScript, okay, it's obviously that whenever you want to access elements in a HTML document or other documents, you use what's called the DOM. Okay, so you have example codes like this for you to access. Let's say you have an HTML element which has got this ID, alright, home. Then you want to access the properties that are in home. You have first to define a variable, okay, then the name of the variable, and then if you want to access it, you use document that get element by ID. Alright, but with the React, okay, since you're using JSX, okay, what happens is the syntax that you're going to be typing using JSX syntax is going to interact with the React DOM. Okay, then what the React DOM is going to do is check whatever changes that you've done in your component, which is your class. Okay, check whatever that you've done in the components, whatever changes that you've done. Okay, then make the changes. Alright, then after it makes the changes, alright, it will pass the changes to the real DOM, okay, which is your browser. Okay, so what happens is your component, okay, so you make changes in the component using JSX, okay, and JSX will pass to the real DOM. Okay, the real DOM. Okay, so this is what happens. Well, once you make changes to React component, the JSX syntax, okay, will interact with the React DOM. Okay, then after it interacts with the React DOM will make all the changes and update it to the real DOM. Okay, so that's just how React works. Okay, now I think now it's installed my React here. So next thing that I would do now is check if my React has been installed. So I've got my app there, so cd my app. Okay, then I'll press I'm using a code editor called virtual code, so I'm just put a code space and then period. Okay, the next thing that I'll do before this opens, I'll press npm start. Okay, so npm starts, this just starts your local server which you're gonna be using. Alright, like you use in MySQL. Okay, you use localhost 0.8080. okay, yeah, to emulate a server. You also React also emulates a server that allows you to work online and seeing all your changes being made online. Okay, cool. So this is what happens once it fires off. Okay, so sorry, I'm downloading something awesome. Okay, so in my virtual code, first thing that I would advise you if you want to work with React is install this package called simple react snippet. Where are you? Okay, this one. Okay, so this is just allows you to make use shortcuts for React. Okay, so just install that. Alright, so just close this. Okay, then go here. Alright, so first thing to see in your folders is node modules which are imported for you, so you don't have to do all the configuration. Then in the public you have your favorite icon, which is this React icon. Then you've got your HTML, okay, which will house or components, or which is going to display our components. Like I said, we have an element div. Okay, all right, so using the React DOM, we're going to interact with this one and show whatever we want in these elements, okay, using our components. So the div root there is going to house our components, okay, or it's going to be interacting with our components. Alright, then in the manifest.json file, just have this create app simple. You don't have to worry about this because we rarely touch it. Okay, now in the source folder, this is where everything is that you're going to be working in. So you get the app, the CSS, which is just CSS, okay, which I'm sure you can do, you can work in if you want, but right now it's okay. Alright, so then we've got the app.js. Okay, so this app.js is what you see here. So this is a component, okay, this is the React component. Okay, so as you can see, the first thing that you do when you're making a component is first you import React, then you import the component, okay, then you say from the module of React. Okay, then the next thing you do is import all the modules that you want to use in your component. Okay, so in here, let's say I say state of self, then I say delete, okay, then it says save. Okay, whatever the changes that I made there using JS syntax, okay, the changes have already been passed to the root DOM, which is the browser, so they delete that. Okay, alright, so I don't have to explain this because we'll be making our own components. Okay, so in the source folder here, okay, actually another thing here before I go there, this is what you call index.js. Okay, so this is where we get to display our components. All right, like you can see here, there's the app here. Okay, so first we say import React from React, and then we say import React DOM from DOM. Alright, then in here we say import index.css, so let's search for HTML, search for beautifying and all that, then say import app from app. Okay, so we have got this object, so inside the objects class we've got this class called app, so we're importing it in here, index.js, so we import the class from app. Alright, then we import the service work. Okay, this is important as well. I'm going to explain. I'm not going to explain because I'm just showing you how you install React and show you some few tricks. Alright, so if you want me to explain more, you need to comment on the video. Alright, so next thing that you do is first use the React DOM object. Okay, then you say render. The first parameter that you render is the component itself. Okay, then you say document.getElementID ID, because you're using the React DOM, because you have to obey syntax. Okay, you have to obey the rules. So document.getID, then the root, okay, which is in here, public HTML. Okay, so we say here, so whatever we do in the React, in the app.js component, we want to display on the root. Okay, now cool thing, let us install, actually make our own components. So first thing that you do is create a folder. Okay, say components. Okay, the inside here you create a file. Okay, I'm just gonna call this file counter dot. Remember, if you want to use JSX extend for React, so JSX JSX. Okay, so that you can use that syntax so that you can interact with the virtual DOM or the React store. Okay, now remember the package I told you to install. So this is the shortcut just for importing my components. Okay, and then this is the shortcut for making a class. Okay, then I'm just gonna call this class counter. All right, then say save. Okay, then if I want, I don't need to put the stat there. Okay, I can remove the stat. In here I can just say put this in a div. All right, then inside the div I'm just going to put JSX syntax, then just say hello world. Over there. Okay, and save this. Alright, now if I go back to my index.jsx, I can just say import, okay, counter, the name of the class here. Alright, from, then say dot, because I want to go outside the components, then counter. Okay, so in here, instead of saying display app, okay, I'll just say counter, and I press OK. Okay, so now I've got hello world displaying there. Alright, so the next thing I can do now, instead of using this kind of syntax, I can also use methods, which I'm going to show. If you guys are interested, send a request and just like the video, okay, so that I can, if you want me to tell you more about React. Okay, so this is just a simple video on how you install React on your Windows machine. Let's see how many times in my 16 minutes. Okay, you can also do this. In here you can also install Bootstrap. So it's just press Control on the capula and say npm. Okay, so npm install Bootstrap at version 4.1.1. Okay, I'm gonna pause this. Well, not again. No, really, I'm just trying to do like a short tutorial for these guys, people that follow me on my page. Okay, yeah, I'm almost done. Did you do deep scan?
Yeah, it's quick scan, deep scan.
Okay. Alright, so let me just pause this. Okay, I'm just. Okay, so this is taking a while. So in your own time, you can just say npm I bootstrap. Okay, then you put a version there of the bootstrap that you want to install, 4.1.1. and after it installs, you can just say import. Then inside here you just say bootstrap. Okay, then in here you say dist, then you say css, then in here you just say bootstrap .css. Then after that you're home and done. Then you need to do all the changes that but I will receive an error because I haven't installed bootstrap at all. So that's why I'm receiving that error. So if I remove that import, everything will be okay. Okay, so thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next tutorial. and don't forget to subscribe.